What is up, everybody? Today we're doing a full face of makeup by Mario. We're gonna go from this to this. I was inspired to do this video after I saw one of Mario's really short videos on his YouTube channel where he is getting ready for, I think he's gonna film some tutorials. And he uses a technique that looks very interesting. Normally, I put on my foundation all over my face and then I apply the bronzer and the blush and all of that. But what he did is at first he applied bronzer and then he applies foundation only to the areas where he did not apply the bronzer. Let me show you. Yeah, let's just follow what he does. All right, let's do this.
Filming a bunch of new makeup tutorials for our new collections. But today I look super pale and dull, so I want to make myself super tan and vibrant. And so get ready with me and watch how I do it. All right, so now let's get bronze. This is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. I'm gonna mix actually two shades. I'm gonna use medium and light medium. The lights are super strong.
I only have medium.
Fill me out a bit.
Ooh.
So don't be too precise with this. I'm just going on really quickly.
Hold on.
To do a layer of this bronzing, and I'm gonna go.
Okay, he's super
bit of
quick.
Concealer and foundation and perfect it.
Wait, really? Just like that? Just like that? Hold.
Don't forget to hit the neck.
But as you saw, he's not precise with his application at all. He's just like throwing it on, which is ideal for everyday application, right? What's really nice about this product, I know I've talked about it so much in recent videos, I just love this product, is that it blends so easily and it's so sheer that it's like mistake proof. He also put it on his nose. Did you see that? Check it out. Oh, there, you see the nose? So he's doing the nose, doing the nose, doing the nose. The Surreal Skin Foundation, which I don't think I like this, but I can't articulate why. So today we are going to wear this for a few hours and I'm looking forward to seeing whether, you know, do I really like it or not, because I keep avoiding it. I think I'm gonna use the same brush. Rewind, rewind, play.
And don't forget to hit the neck. Okay, Surreal Skin Foundation. I'm using 17N. This is darker than my skin, but again, we're going very...
Minus
so
5N.
I'm just gonna use about half a pump. Using my new F4 brush.
Okay.
And I'm only using the tiniest bit on the brush and starting out right here in the center.
Right here in the
blending
center.
It out into the edges.
Brings
so
it
I'm
up.
not going to go all the way to the edges because I've already put that enhancer there. So that's going to give me some blurring properties. It's going to even out my skin. So it's not necessary to layer too many products there. So just the tiniest bit of this foundation, blending it into that enhancer.
Rewind. Rewind.
Bit on the brush and starting out right here in the center and sort of blending it out into the edges. So I'm not going to go all the way to the edges because I've already put that enhancer there. So that's going to give me some blurring properties. It's going to even out my skin. So it's not necessary to layer too many products there. So just the tiniest bit of...
That's what I like about this technique, that he's not layering too many products, as he said. Like in the areas where we first applied the bronzer, we didn't have any product underneath. It just goes the bronzer straight onto the skin, whereas normally I put the foundation all over the skin, and then on top of that, I put the bronzer on. So I am liking this technique. Okay, that's simple enough.
Mix up a little bit of concealer.
All right, let me just finish. He puts it on his neck a little bit too. And basically, so I am just paying attention to blend, like he said, blend the foundation into the skin enhancer, into the bronzer. So that is what I'm doing here. Of course, if what you're looking for is more of a full coverage look, this is not going to give it to you. You are going to need to go in first with a full coverage foundation. I'm going to move on because he moved on very quickly.
I'm going to actually mix my coral blush. This is a cream blush, and I'm going to mix this with concealer just so that it has, it corrects really nicely.
Okay, so he's mixing his concealer with a coral blush for some color correction. Let me grab a coral blush. All right, so for the coral blush, I'm gonna use this Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Joy, and I'm gonna just put a little bit there. And I have the concealer in the shade 180. He's mixing it.
For brightening, I can't share what the concealer is yet. I'm sorry, it's a lab sample, but soon. So I'm just mixing those two together now, and just applying that concealer right under the eyes, right here where the shadows are, and that's going to color correct. That's going to brighten, it's going to awaken, and it's going to conceal. And then just...
Okay, so he flipped his brush over to a fluffier side. So I'm going to grab a fluffy brush here. Fluffier. This is a Sephora Concealer number 71 brush. And let's start blending it.
And I like to go in with my fingers just to kind of pat it in. I'm doing it on myself and warm it up.
And then I will do as he does, and just with my fingers.
And I like to go in with my fingers just to kind of pat it in. I'm doing it on myself and warm it up. All right, next step is translucent powder.
How's it looking? It's looking great. Mind you, I'm not a huge fan of this concealer. It's not bad. This, I feel that it's more on the dry side. We're not gonna set it with powder. Actually, he tells you in his website and product page that this is a self-setting concealer. So it does make sense that because the formula is self-setting, it needs to dry down. It cannot stay wet and therefore need you to put powder on top. And I prefer for the concealer to not be on the dry side from the get-go. Let me control it with powder. That's how I feel today at this point in time. I might change my mind. I don't know. Okay, next is loose powder. So Mario has not released a loose powder yet. I am using my Hourglass loose powder. Pick up a little bit here with the puff. Tap it on the palm of my hand to evenly spread it on the puff. And let's see where he applies it.
Being pretty generous with this again because I'm going on camera, so light is going to really absorb. So I'm just kind of setting my entire face with this before I go on with a powder bronzer.
And now I don't have his powder bronzer because it was sold out this year during Black Friday. I was so sad that I didn't get to purchase it. So let me look for a bronzer. Don't ask me why, but I feel like going with good old Laguna as the bronzer from this 10-year-old NARS palette. All right, let's press play.
In soft sculpt bronzer in light, medium, and medium, I'm just mixing the two with my bronzer brush, and I'm just going to hit everywhere that I hit that enhancer when I first started. It's going to lock everything in. It's going to further bronze and define the skin with a beautiful soft matte finish that looks beautiful in real life and on camera.
So this is it. Like, I mean, this is not it completely because we're gonna do the eyes, but this is good. It's making me want to repurchase the NARS Laguna bronzer. Okay, so it's time for blush. So I'm taking his Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil in the shade Rose Crush. This cream blush. And I am going to use this same brush. It's a Real Techniques 407 brush. And I'm just gonna use that as my blush. I like this brush. I just think it makes blush application very easy because of its size and also the density of the brushes. I think it's pretty perfect. Real Techniques really makes some incredible brushes that you can find at the drugstore. So they're super affordable and a little bit more. Go into the powder blush in the shade Desert Rose with the same brush. Just layering on the color. This helps a lot with longevity, to layer your products using thin layers instead of just going in with one layer. Kind of build it up gradually and it'll last much longer. It'll stay put a lot longer. Ooh, wow, I really like this shade. I need to use it more, right? What do we think? I love it. Desert Rose. And just to ensure that we have a seamless blend, take a damp sponge and just press it all over, pushing in the products into the skin, and also it'll give everything a more natural finish. All right, so now we're gonna get started on the eyes. Let's go back to one of Mario's tutorials and see how he does things. Let's see what we can learn from him.
A lot of space on the counter or in your makeup bag. So I'm gonna start out with the Master Mattes here. You know, these are inspired by human skin tones, and you can see here that her skin tone will be most similar to shade number 5. But I'm going to go just a little bit lighter, and I'm going to use shade number 4 all over with the E3 brush.
Okay, my skin tone is lighter than her, so if he went with this one, I think that I need to go Do I need to go with, this one seems too peach. I'm gonna go with this one instead. So is he using that as a base?
You can just kind of use this as a base.
And these shades don't have names, they only have numbers. So that's shade number 2. And I believe he just put it all over the eyelid. Yes, this shade makes a really nice base on my skin tone. You see the before and the after. All right, next step.
I'm going to use a smaller brush, E5, and I'm going to go in with a deeper skin tone now, or a deeper shadow.
So let me get a, what is this, a rougher 01. And he just softly starts defining the V shape. Right, he just did it like this, rewind, boom, boom, got it.
With the E3 brush. Now I'm going to go into the
pause, outer corners. I feel that his outer V was not as diffused and soft as mine. So I am going to take a little bit more on more of a packer brush. This is a rougher 02. Just because I want to get a just a higher level of pigment right here. Something like this. All right, what's next?
master metallics here. I'll probably just take my finger for this. I want to just put a little bit of a natural metallic shade here. These are very, very creamy, so it's easy to use with your finger with no fallout. You could also use them wet or dry.
Which one, which color? He didn't show what shade he's using, but it looks like he was using, oh no, I don't know. Is it this one? Let's go with this one.
A natural metallic shade here. These are very, very creamy, so it's easy to use with your finger with no fallout. You could also use them wet or dry. I'm going to take the Master Pigment Pro in the Perfect Brown, and since we're doing a nap...
So I'm just putting that color all over the lid. So it seems like he's just keeping the eyeliner really close to the lashes, and it would help if I sharpened mine. I am back with a sharp pencil. So really close to the lashes, and then he is using the brush that comes here on the other side of the pencil to blend. I don't think I had used the brush before. So this is the brush. It looks a little bit scraggly, but it seems to do the job. Eyeliner. Now the other eye. Very nice eyeliner. So let's talk about his brand a little bit. The packaging, I like the packaging. It's sleek, it looks professional. You know, he is a professional makeup artist. I like his aesthetic, very minimalist. He definitely has some standout products, such as the skin enhancer, you know, the bronzer that we put in at the very beginning. I think it's one of his best products. But there are also some misses, in my opinion, which are the foundation just doesn't blow my socks off. Neither does the concealer, but the eyeliner is pretty nice. The eyeshadows, this one is super useful, whether you're a professional makeup artist or not. Just to have a neutrals palette, a palette where you have shades to highlight or to use as the base of your eyelid, like I did today. That is it's just very practical, it's handy, it's useful. And together with his metallics, which I'll tell you the truth, I have not used all that often, but they are some beautiful colors in there. But more than anything, I think his matte palette is more popular than the metallics. And of course his ethereal eyeshadow palette, which is his most recent palette, was super popular, or is super popular. The cream blush that I put on earlier, that is also a standout product in my opinion. So, okay, let's stop there with the eyeliner. What comes next is that shade number 5. This one, and he used it as sort of like a highlighter. This is a rougher 26. And I'm taking that shade, and it looks like he put it here in the center, in the inner corner. Yeah, that's pretty. And it looks like he brought it here into the inner lash line, inner part of the lower lash line. I'm taking some more of that same shade and putting it again in the inner corner of the other eye. And okay, so he used it as a highlight. So I'm gonna grab this one and let's just try it out. Cupid's bow. Oh, perfect. Yeah, this is acting as a really nice highlight color. Taking a little bit more, and I'm gonna put it bridge of the nose. Can you see it? Yeah, and it's not too much. Tip of the nose. Okay, maybe that was a little bit much.
And that's it. That is pretty much it for our natural look.
So that's it for the natural look. Of course, he's gonna do mascara and lashes, but he did a follow-up video to this one where he takes this existing look and builds on it. So let me just switch to that. Picture in picture is on. Yes, press play. Okay.
And now taking the natural look and going into a more glam look. All right, so I'm going to take the Master Pigment Pro pencil in the perfect brown. I'm gonna go right along the outer lash line.
I'm gonna switch brushes. This brush is really not ideal. Yeah, I'm just grabbing a little smudger brush from Sigma. This is an E21. Yes, because it smudges easier. Even though if this brush is all you have, it'll do. It'll do the job.
I'm also going to take the pencil now and just go right into her crease. This is a really easy, fast way to get impact if you want some color on your crease.
Okay, let's do it. Like that. Well, that gets hidden inside the hood of my eyes. But since I'm gonna blend it out. I think it's fine where it's placed because now it's gonna get swallowed. Let's see if that works. All right, I'm back. I went to get a little snack, and when I was coming back up the stairs to the office, I have a big mirror, and I love it when I just catch myself. I'm like, oh, my makeup looks good. So we are on the right track because my makeup looked really good. So where did we leave off? Pressing play.
This is a really easy, fast way to get impact if you want 5 brushes.
Oh, this was the worst possible time to stop the video and go grab a snack when I had just drawn the line with the eyeliner because it's pretty much, it's set, right? Like, is it going to budge? Am I gonna be able to move it? Worst possible time. Let's see. It's blending. It's blending. Okay, so crisis averted. This is not a crisis. It's blending. I'll keep blending.
The perfect brown shade of the Master Pro Pigment pencil on the outer corner. I'm taking it up higher this time, up and out, blending it with the other side of the pencil, and draw a very fast crease with the pencil.
Okay, yeah, I don't think that's really fully gonna blend, so let's move on to the other eye. Okay, so thicker line, thicker. So I'm gonna do thicker line, and then I'm gonna draw it over the crease and proceed to blend it. Draw a line over the crease. Boom, like that, right? And taking the brush. This is not blending very easily. Let's see if we can, you know what? Let me switch to his brush. Maybe his brush is the missing link because his brush is actually fluffier than the brush I was using. So yeah, maybe this brush is better for this particular case. Yeah, okay. I see how he got there. So let's continue.
I'm going to take shade number 8 with the E3, and I'm just adding a little bit more now over that crease that I created with the pencil, just to deepen. Taking
shade number 8, so that's this shade. Fluffy brush, but not humongous. Okay, this one is gonna work. Real Techniques, this one came in a set, so it's not base, shadow brush it's called. So I'm gonna take it and tap it on my wrist to get the excess off, and I'm just gonna run it along the V, he said.
Adding a little bit more now over that crease that I created with the pencil, just to deepen.
Yes.
Taking brown pencil again.
Let's see what's next.
I'm gonna go along the inner rim of the eye with the Master Matte shade number 9. I'm just intensifying the smokiness on the lower lash line. Also, when you are going for a more glam look or more dramatic look, don't be afraid to smoke the product down a little bit low. The lower that you go, sort of the more sultry and sexy the look gets. I know it feels strange sometimes when you're doing your own makeup to go so low because we normally spend time putting concealer in that area to brighten, but totally okay to bring it down. Taking just a tiny bit of the medium Master Prep and Set. Be sure there's some powder. This is just going to diffuse those edges. She said she likes sparkle, a little bit of sparkle.
Hold on. So I'm still smoking the lower lash line. Now I think he's gonna do some sparkle.
So I'm gonna pump up the sparkle on the inner corner just a little bit. So I'm using the E5 again. It's a great shape to go right into that little area. Well, that's it. That's our glam look on Jasmine. I'm using pretty much the same products I used earlier, but I bumped it up and I used some deeper tones and more eyeliner. So you can see how easy it is to sort of get different types of looks with these products.
All right, that's the look we are going for. I'm finishing up the inner highlight, and I can tell you, what do you think? I think that we need more depth along the crease. A little bit more depth out here. All right, I'm back. Eyebrows are done. Now I'm getting my Huda One Coat mascara. Now for the lips, I'm going to use his lip liner. It's the Ultra Suede lip liner in the shade Hue, which is a rosy nude. Oh wow, yeah. I'm really liking how everything is coming together. Okay, and for lipstick, and these guys, the lip liner and the little lipstick in the shade Sam, this comes in a set, which is called Mario's Lip Lift. I'll link it down. I'll list it down below in the description box. This one is a matte lipstick, but this is looking good. I think that we need more bronzer and lightly, yeah, we're gonna need more bronzer and a little bit more blush and a little bit more everywhere. Lovely, lovely, lovely. If you, oh, I really like this. This is looking good. Yeah, I feel I'm a little bit shiny, so I'm gonna do a quick dusting of my Charlotte Tilbury powder here. What is this? The brightening powder. Yeah, so I also could use a little bit of brightening in this inner cheek and under eye area. I really like this powder for that. It gives me a little bit of blur and some brightening. Chin. And also here in between the brows, I do need some mattification. Sweet. All right, and here's a look at the makeup in different lighting. I think it looks fantastic. All right, makeup look is done. I am loving it, and also I'm loving the fact that I kind of learned something new. I learned that I am very comfortable not putting foundation all over the face from the get-go. Remember how, as a first step, what he did is that he used his skin enhancer, which is like a balmy sheer bronzer, and he put it around the perimeter of his face cheeks to warm up the complexion. And then he used the foundation more in the other areas where the bronzer doesn't go. I think that's a super great tip for just everyday light makeup looks, especially if you don't need or want full coverage, period. The eyes, really like the eyes. I really need to get more use out of these metallics. They really are pretty. And if you have these two palettes, I mean, not these specifically, the Makeup by Mario ones, but when you have two palettes, one that has neutrals and another one that has a wide array of metallic shades, man, you're set. You can create so many looks with them. You have so many options. For the blush, the cream blush, it seems to be the same formula as his skin enhancer. It's very nice to, layer it up. Look, the foundation, I thought that I was gonna have an opportunity to pay close attention to see what it is that I don't like about it. But I think I'm gonna have to try it out another time because I didn't use a lot of it. I didn't use a full face of it, and I would like to form my opinion based on a full face of the foundation. So that is going to have to wait. For now, it looks fantastic. I mean, nothing is settling anywhere. The concealer, what? Hold on, are you serious? Okay, there's not one crease in the concealer. That's crazy. Yeah, well, there's not one crease yet. The lipstick, I am not a fan of. The lipstick, wait, stop changing your mind. I'm talking to myself, by the way. The lipstick feels awfully comfortable. It really does. It feels very comfortable. So I like the lipstick too. I like, yes, almost everything I really like from his brand. So I shall stop blabbering now. And did you like the format of this video? Having the picture-in-picture here on the side? Let me know in the comments if you did. Remember to give me a thumbs up. The YouTube algorithm really likes to see those likes. Really likes to see those likes. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.